The Milky White Doo. Many years ago, there once lived a farmer with his wife, son and daughter. The farmer's wife had no love for children. If truth be told, she was not the children's mother, and the farmer had only remarried as he found it difficult to bring up the bairns himself when working on the farm. She was a lazy and greedy woman, but worse still, she was as nasty as she was sneaky. When the farmer was around, she pretended to be a doting mother, but as soon as he was in the fields, she treated the children worse than farm animals. One day, the farmer caught a hare and he asked his wife to cook it for dinner while he tended to the cattle. As the hare roasted on the fire, she tasted a little bit, then another wee bit, and then another, until she had tasted the entire hare away. She felt a moment's panic as she realised that when her husband came home, there would be no dinner for him. A dark, dark plan formed in her head. She shouted in the farmer's son, Johnny. "Johnny! Come sit on my knee, Johnny, and I'll give you a wee cuddle," she said. As the little boy rested on her lap, she killed him and put him in the pot. The farmer came home for his dinner and she gave him a plate of boiled stew. As the farmer ate the stew, he said, "What's up with this? It doesn't taste right." Staring at his bowl, he looked at a bone he'd found in it. "That looks like a bear's foot." Slyly, his wife said, "Don't be daft. That's one of the hare's feet." The farmer picked up another bone. "That looks like a bear's hand," he exclaimed. His wife said angrily, "Stop your havering. It's another of the hare's feet." No more was said in the matter. The farmer had no energy for a fight after a hard day's work. But Johnny's sister, little Katie, sat quietly in a corner watching. She knew how much her stepmom hated them, and in her heart, she guessed what had happened to little Johnny. When the table was left, she gathered all the bones, then buried them beneath a stone at the cheek of the door. And that's when the magic began to happen. As they grew and they grew to a milky white Doo that took to its wings and away it flew. The little dove flew until it came to two women who were washing clothes. Landing beside them, it sang, "Pew, pew, mamma me slew. Pew, pew, ma daddy me chew. My sister took my bairns, put them in between two white stains, and I grew and grew to a milky white Doo. And I took to my wings, and away I flew." The women were moved by the song and said, "Sing it again, my bonny bird, and we'll gie ye all these clays." The Milky White Doo sung its song once again, and was given the clothes in a bundle. It took to the air again, and it flew until it came to a man counting a great heap of silver. Landing on a stone beside him, it sang, "Pew, pew, mamma me slew. Pew, pew, ma daddy me chew. My sister took my bairns, put them in between two white stains, And I grew and grew to a milky white Doo. And I took to my wings, and away I flew. The man was moved by the song and said, "Sing it again, my bonny bird, and I'll give you all of this silver." The Milky White Doo sung its song once again and was given the silver as a reward. It took to the air again, and it flew until it came to two millers grinding corn. Landing on a stone beside them, it sang, "Pew, pew, mamma me slew. Pew, pew, ma daddy me chew. My sister took my banes, put them in between two white stains, and I grew and grew to a milky white Doo. And I took to my wings, and away I flew. The millers were moved by the song and said, "Sing it again, my bonny bird, and we'll give you this mill stane." The Milky White Doo sung again and was rewarded with the millstone. The bird flew home and landed in the farmhouse roof. It collected a pile of stones and threw them down the chimney. Katy ran out the door to see what the matter was. When the Doo saw Katy, it threw the clothes to her. Next, the farmer came out of the door. When the Doo saw his dad, he threw all of the silver to him. And last out came the wife. When the Doo saw her, he threw down the millstone. With a large thump, it killed her instantly. The Doo, content with its work, flew away. The farmer never remarried, but both he and his daughter lived happily for the rest of their days. Or, as it said in the original version of this tale, they lived happy and died happy, and never drank out of a dry cappy.